3.30 MBST, Kim Jong-un may be using nuclear weapons as an instrument of blackmail in his quest to take over South Korea, a White House official has claimed. The nuclear program may also be designed to force the U.S. to leave the peninsula and abandon our alliances, according to Matt Pottinger, Senior Asian Affairs Director at the National Security Council. He said, "They have made no secret in conversations they've had with former American officials, for example, and others that they want to use these weapons as an instrument of blackmail to achieve other goals, even including perhaps the coercive reunification of the Korean peninsula one day." 7.30 MBST, Donald Trump's praise of Kim Jong-un gives disturbing credibility to the North Korean dictator, former Republican presidential candidate John McCain has argued. Mr. McCain said, "I don't understand it, and I don't think that the president appreciates the fact that when he says things like that it helps the credibility and the prestige of this really outrageous strongman. It's very disturbing." 9 AM BST, North Korea has detained American academic Tony Kim, 58 for hostile acts with an aim to subvert the country, Korean Central News Agency, KCNA, reported. The professor, also known as Kim Sang-duk, was arrested at Pyongyang Airport on April 22 after a month-long stint as a guest lecturer at a Pyongyang university. 10.30 MBST, China has called on all parties in the Korean standoff to stay calm and stop irritating each other after North Korea claimed the U.S. was pushing the region to the brink of nuclear war. 11.30 MBST, U.S. military chiefs have carried out another intercontinental ballistic missile test over the Pacific Ocean. The unarmed Minuteman III missile was launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base, 130 miles northwest of Los Angeles just after midnight local time. 1.20 p.m. BST, the Chinese embassy is telling Korean Chinese citizens living in North Korea to get out of the country, according to Radio Free Asia. 2 p.m. BST, America's nuclear warning system DEFCON remains heightened at threat level 4 as tensions between North Korea and the U.S. escalate. 4 p.m. BST, U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has said the U.S. is working on more sanctions to target North Korea if Pyongyang pushes things further. "We are preparing additional sanctions if it turns out North Korea's actions warrant additional sanctions," Mr. Tillerson told State Department employees. Mr. Tillerson said the Trump administration had been leaning hard into China to test their willingness to use their influence, their engagement with the regime. 5 p.m. North Korea's state-controlled media also launched a stinging criticism of China, saying that its own state media calling for tougher sanctions over the reclusive country's nuclear program were undermining its relations with Beijing. A commentary on Korea's state media KCNA on Wednesday took aim at China, saying had attempted to shift the blame to Pyongyang for deteriorated relations between China and North Korea and U.S. deployment of strategic assets. It also accused China of hyping up damage caused by North Korean nuclear tests to China's 3 northeastern provinces and said the program was needed for the existence and development of the country and can never be changed nor shaken. 8 p.m. BST, an American academic has been detained in North Korea, accused of carrying out hostile acts with an aim to subvert the country, Korean Central News Agency, KCNA, has said. The former accountant in California was detained at Pyongyang Airport on April 22 as he tried to board a plane. A statement from KCNA said, he was intercepted for committing criminal acts of hostility aimed to overturn the DPRK not only in the past but also during his last stay before interception. Mr. Kim is a Korean-American former professor at Yabin University of Science and Technology in Yanji, China. He is believed to have been working for a humanitarian organization providing aid in flood-affected areas of North Korea. 9 p.m. China called on both North Korea and the U.S. to lower temperatures while Pyongyang said that the United States had brought the region to the brink of war. Beijing called for either side to keep calm and stop irritating each other a day after North Korea stated that the U.S. was pushing the region to the brink of nuclear war. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhang Shuang said on Wednesday that UN resolutions were clear and further measures would be taken in the event of more nuclear or missile tests. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhang Shuang said on Wednesday that UN resolutions were clear and further measures would be taken in the event of more nuclear or missile tests. Separately, China also reiterated its call for its citizens in North Korea to leave the country amid growing fears of a missile strike. The warning was first issued ahead of North Korea's Day of the Sun last month, when the secret of state was tipped to carry out missile tests.